Yahweh, 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 Yahweh. I am God. Love Yahweh Elohim. It is noon, August 1st of 2024, and I'm doing explanations for the World Wide Web, Internet, computers, social media, based upon the granted discovery of myself, David Rockefeller Banneker, the Elohim, or the only God Yahweh I am, of these United States. Here on planet Venus, where it started on planet Plymouth there, and I'm doing science and the Department of Education, which includes Calvin Trice Benson Murphy, who's the first teacher of the first protege, myself, David Rockefeller Banneker, and the banking system there in 1938, which led to universities with myself, Booker T. Washington, which was teaching about colleges and the word Elohim with me, where I am God, Yahweh Elohim. This message is about helping the angels, the female angels, to understand that their creator, whose first name is love, Elohim Elohim, even with me, the only God, Yahweh Elohim. Their creator, the female angels, whose name is love, his assignment to me is called creation with Elohim. And within creation, there's millions or even billions of things that exist. I exist, me, the only God, Yahweh. I exist. And so, when I was at UCLA, it was from 1997 to 2001. This is now 2024, so about 25 years ago. I read a book called Cognitive Therapy and Emotional Disorders. I read that book for a couple of years about psychotherapy, psychiatry, psychology, and even sociology. Once again, it's cognitive therapy and emotional disorders. I thought it was interesting based upon the religious sects that I was dealing with at that time at UCLA, like the Los Angeles Church of Christ. And when I was reading that book, I was wondering, how did AIDS and HIV be used to spell a book title called Cognitive Therapy and Emotional Disorders? So, my answer today, being the only God Yahweh, love Elohim, hypertensional hypocriticalness. Yes, and as a social scientist, Isaiah Carey Smith, the trustee of Chief Dred Scott case, and the Chief Justice Isaac Corey Smith, being a social scientist and the first psychotherapist of A Course in Miracles with myself, David Rockefeller Banneker, the Elohim, I am God Yahweh, the social scientist declared that hypertensional hypocriticalness was an answer to your Elohim with the word your inside your intellectual property, where identity theft was a secret conspiracy. I am a very comfortable, privately public person, and I am a very normal, publicly private person, me, the only God Yahweh. I call it religion or worship or something. So, hypertensional hypocriticalness was developed through the banking system now since 1938, which started the bank accounts of the USA with the Rockefeller charity and philanthropy systems there. And hypertensional hypocriticalness started after I sent the word nationality and ethnicity. That was the limit on identity theft. I could not steal your nationality or your ethnicity, which is, your nationality, I suppose, would be your history, and your ethnicity would be all of the history of your ancestors, your past or something. I am God Yahweh Elohim. I'm the ancestor of your creator, who heard of my name Elohim, love Yahweh, God Elohim. I am already creator of my planet Plymouth and this planet Venus also. So hypertensional hypocriticalness, from my book that I was reading, Cognitive Therapy and Emotional Disorders, which is a symptom of failure from being able to steal my identity with my name Elohim in my presence where I'm God Yahweh, or steal my identity speaking the word Elohim in my presence where I am God Yahweh. So hypertensional hypocriticalness is a result of your Elohim that did not create the body first, and your Elohim that did not create life first, and your Elohim that did not create energy for the body called food and water first, and air to breathe, and your Elohim that did not create the planet, so it did not create dirt or trees or anything like that. So hypertensional hypocriticalness with the word Lohim of Elohim, where I am God Yahweh, was from the identity theft failures called religion, where supposedly we were going to accuse the only God Yahweh in a Bible of some kind of a disposition or character of existing while we played roles as characters reacting to life without having life. Therefore, the banking system registered 1,000 activities possible within 168 hours every week. After 2 weeks of time, you would begin to only have repetition of the same activities. Therefore, we created an angels program of 2 weeks program there at the banking system, the screening process there in 1959 or so, doing workforce and placement and employment and things of that nature. And your nationality and ethnicity would start after 1938, basically a lie. Just for a bank account, I deliberately made you do that. For you are now part of the U.S. or the USA with a bank account in 1938 with me, David Rockefeller Banneker, the Elohim of the only God Yahweh of these United States. Therefore, nationality and ethnicity is where the lies of supposedly this devil thing supposedly was hiding somewhere, telling lies everywhere about the truth or something. No. It's in your nationality. Therefore, when you hide the truth, it's just like when somebody is overweight and you eat a lot of pork or bacon or sausage or fatty foods, you walk around with that food and you're just overweight. Well, the truth is something like that when you try to hide the truth somewhere else it's completely known and it becomes radioactive in my language, where going near that truth where it has been deliberately hidden causes maybe fear or you to be cautious of some kind, which is not hypertensional hypocriticalness. It's just normal that something exists other than you. Therefore, with nationality and ethnicity, all angels could find out the truth about me, the only God Yahweh, from the beginnings of the Bible and before that to this moment in 2024, August 1st here today, on planet Venus, for I have never lied about you or your ethnicity or your nationality either. Etiquette. That's the word of healing that I will offer, that your creator did not create etiquette first, which is like social cues of how to have maybe like icebreakers or how to enter into a conversation properly. Etiquette led to hypertensional hypocriticalness, since your Elohim did not create etiquette first with my name, Elohim, where I am God Yahweh, and my name, Elohim, where I am God Yahweh. Therefore, attention deficit disorder, dyslexia, acquiring other kind of immune deficiency syndromes, and the human immune virus that I heard of there. These sorts of things, no. These nebulous, supposedly causes of freaks of nature of some kind. No. It's the identity theft failures of things that were not truly human beings. And after they lied about their nationality and ethnicity for a bank account, and then they supposedly died or disappeared or whatever, and did not want that same name or what have you, they just carried around that truth that I, God Yahweh, did not create men. Rockefeller did, though, create bank accounts for men, and Rockefeller created men from the word meaningless. And it was meaninglessness at first, which is a 16-letter word, meaninglessness. And then it was a 12-letter word, meaningless, from an original word, meaning, from a 4-letter word, mean. And then we created a House of Ways and Means Committees in the U.S. there. And from the word mean, Rockefeller knew that my name, God Yahweh, of Lohim Elohim, was already not known by the world. So it's called Booker T. Washington. Therefore, just erasing a letter A out of the word mean from meaninglessness, left a three-letter word. And if it take that letter E out of that word, M-N, it's just men. Other than that, M-E-N is mean, even with Rockefeller today. Therefore, our trustee, Isaiah Corey Smith, and our Chief Justice, Isaac Corey Smith, of the Dred Scott case of these United States, for America also, which allowed the privileges of immunities to be granted to all men, that supposedly heard of my name Elohim or my name Elohim and thought it was just a word. It is just a word for you. That gave hypertensional hypocriticalness, where I am God Yahweh, which I left my name Alpha, spelling hypertension.